Hey, you guys, this is Catherine, and today we're going to be talking about what you see on your screen right here, which is Amazon KDP's AI generated content guidelines and disclosures and restrictions. I am not a legal professional, I am just a writer, like I feel many of you probably are as well. So if you have legal questions, then consulting a professional who deals with intellectual property rights is probably your best bet. Please do your own research. This is just informative. As of July 10th, 2025, you can see I've started uploading a file, and we have this nifty little section when you upload to Amazon KDP, which is Amazon's version of a self-publishing platform that you can use to sell your books as ebooks or print books or things like that. And in this section, it is asking us, did you use AI tools in creating text, images, and or translations of your book? And what does that mean exactly? Well, if I hover over this little pop-up, according to Amazon, they define AI generated content as text, images, or translations that were created by an artificial intelligence based tool. And I've seen many authors say that this section is optional. It really isn't optional. You have to choose yes or no. It defaults to no. However, there are terms in Amazon KDP's content guidelines that you're agreeing to as well. So we are going to click on this and take a look at what those guidelines actually are when we're considering what we need to do when picking tools to help us edit our books, right? So I'm going to skip down the guidelines to the artificial intelligence or AI content section, which is right here. And we're going to look over it. And as you can see, Amazon has defined AI tools in two separate ways. The very first is AI generated, and the second is AI assisted. AI generated is when you have had a tool create content for you. And it says if you use an AI based tool to create the actual content, whether that's text or images or translations, that is going to be considered AI generated by them. We define AI generated content as text, images, or translations created by an AI based tool. Now, AI assisted, on the other hand, is going to be tools that you are going to do all the creation on. The tool is just helping you refine something. So if you create the content yourself and use an AI based tool, which has been around for ages and ages and ages, we can look all the way back to Clippy. I'm aging myself here, but to edit, refine, error check, or otherwise improve content, whether that's text or images, that is considered AI assisted. Now, if you use an AI based tool to brainstorm and generate ideas, but you create the content yourself, this is also considered AI assisted, not AI generated. So, in short, here, my understanding as just an author, again, seek professional clarity for yourself if you need it. My take on this as an author is that if you have an AI that gives you ideas and helps you flesh out those ideas, but you write every single word yourself, you are safely an AI assisted. If you use it to help you proofread, but you do all the actual rewriting of the sentences yourself, it's not rewriting a sentence for you, then that is AI assisted. I take this to the utmost strictness in my own writing. I do not use any tools that rewrite any portion of my work, not even on a sentence level or rewording level. I use AutoCrit currently, which just points out places that I could strengthen my work, but doesn't actually recommend suggestions for me. So if that's something you're interested in, I have other videos about using AutoCrit on my channel. But you have to be careful because some tools have both of these in them, right? We have some tools that have rewriting features and expanding features where you put in an idea and it writes a scene or a chapter or a book for you. That's going to fall, it looks like, up here under AI generated. Now, coming back to the statement that you don't have to tell them, you actually do. We require you to inform us of AI generated content, not just in the book, but also in images. Think here your internal or external, it says it includes cover images and art. So if you have AI generated artwork on your text, you now technically have to tell them yes in that box, or you are in breach of terms of service, is how I take this. So you are not, however, required to disclose AI assisted content. So what I take this to mean is if you have had AI generate any portion of your story for you, including a cover design, then you have to check yes in this box here. If you only used AI for brainstorming and for basic spelling, grammar, that kind of thing without actually revising for you, then you can check no, which is AI assisted. So I have checked no on mine because no AI has written or generated any content for my piece in any way, including the cover. If you are concerned about whether the tool you use uses generative AI, whether it's generating work for you, because generative AI fuels brainstorming tools too, not just actual creation tools, and you're safe for brainstorming tools according to this guideline as of July 2025. So if you're concerned about it, check out your tool's terms of service. Look for things like whether or not it is training on your work. Look for things like whether or not it is considered AI generated. Look at whether it's going to actually write or rewrite or create for you, or whether it's just going to point out areas for you to improve yourself. So I hope that this has been helpful. I know that these waters are very muddy right now, and we're all trying to be conscious and good peers to our community of writers. So if you have questions about this, you may want to reach out directly to Amazon. I do not work for, nor am I affiliated with them in any way. I am not receiving any sponsorships for clicks in the links or anything like that. I do not work for KDP. I just use them as a writer. I would love to hear your experience in the comments. Best of luck on your writing, everybody. See you in the next video.